Coco bone strong. Coco, Coco, Coco bone strong. All about money. So sweet like some honey. Tasting my chocolate chip cookie. I need an ass with no rookie. Yeah. Coco, Coco, Coco bone strong. Coco, Coco, Coco bone strong. All about money. So sweet like some honey. Tasting my chocolate chip cookie.
Honey, boo boo, baby, sweetie, child. We got to get into this tea, honey. What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Tosh, aka Coco Bone, coming at y'all with another virtual reaction of some BS that is going on with Draya Michele getting pregnant at her big 40-year-old age with a 22-year-old basketball player's baby. This is ridiculous. And I feel offended as a mother with a son, because if my son ever in his life think he gonna bring home a cougar to me, I'm gonna smack him and her in this darn lifetime, okay? Ain't no way in hell my son gonna be bringing home some old ass woman. But let's just go ahead and get into this reaction. All right, y'all, let's get into this reaction.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive Channel. 39-year-old Draya Michele announced that she is having a baby with the 22-year-old basketball player Jalen Green. And Draya is getting dragged for filth, y'all. Now, when the Shade Room reposted her announcement, a lot of people had a lot of things to say. This one comment said, "I'm 30 and would scream if a 22-year-old tried to talk to me. Where is your mama, little boy? Nah, this ain't it. This is disgusting. And I hope us women give her the same energy we gave Marcus Houston. If the tables were turned and it was a 21-year-old young woman, we would drag that man from DC to California in these comments. I have 4 boys, so this irks my soul. But she wanted to come up. But as old folks say, all money ain't good money." As a 23-year-old who wouldn't even date a 22-year-old, I'm very intrigued at what she sees in him as a 40-year-old woman. So is she a creep and a groomer, or are we going to keep the same energy because she's a woman? Ain't her man the same age as her son? That's so weird. The F? This man literally going to have a 10-year-old child and a 50-year-old baby mom. She's 39 with a 22-year-old baby daddy. Wow, I'm 32 and I could never mess with a 22-year-old. Don't care how much money he got. She's weird as heck for this. Pregnant by a 22-year-old when you're pushing 40 is insane. Having a baby by a man the same age as your son is nasty work, but congrats. She ought to be arrested. And there were a lot more comments than that. People were going in on Draya, and she deserves it. I mean, Draya.
Honestly, I was just thinking about her too, because I was wondering how she was feeling about Wendy Williams not being well, because I remember there was a clip about Wendy Williams giving it to Draya, and by giving it, I mean like basically roasting her and coming at her neck and throwing slick comments her way on her own show. I understand that Draya, she is a beautiful woman, but the fact that you dating somebody that's the same age as your son, I ain't gonna lie, if my son ever brought home a woman that's my age, which is older than him, I would smack the shit out of her. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, I'll smack him and her. Because it's like, what was you thinking as my son to want to date this woman when you know you don't got no mommy issues? I've treated you right. I've done well by you. Why you dating some old ass woman? And then for this old bitch, why you creeping on my son? Bitch, you older than him. You got way more experience. You smarter. You know what you doing. Because let's keep it real. Like, women mature faster than men. So older women know what they be doing with younger guys. It's giving PEDO. Okay? If we can call men PEDO, women should also be called PEDO, because that's what it's giving in this case.
It's pathetic. The age really difference is one thing. And yes, I know older men date younger women all the time. Older women date younger men all the time. It happens. But it still doesn't make it less weird. It's even weirder that she intentionally got pregnant by him, which is why I call her pathetic. And also, she's desperate. She trapped Jalen out of desperation because she knows that she couldn't get a successful man.
I have come home and I have stood at the base of the steps just dreading the 40 stairs that I have to climb up.
Her age. they wouldn't take her seriously. I mean, she's kind of looked at as an industry pass around.
Oh.
And being a hoe has an expiration date. You can only spread your legs so wide and yourself so thin before you get worn out. And Draya has been worn out. And she didn't play.
Impressive. Damn. Impressive 8 on Draya and left no crumbs. Goddamn. Well, what did Draya ever do to you, Impressive? Because you kind of coming a little hard, don't you? Yo, but honestly, I don't blame Impressive, though, for feeling like this. Because, honestly, Draya's doing this to herself. You are a gorgeous, beautiful woman. How is it not possible for your gorgeous ass to find a man your age? Why do you gotta date somebody that you can coddle, you can breastfeed? Like, it's weird.
The game right at all. If her ultimate goal was to get a man who would take care of her financially, she should have been more intentional with the way she dated. But when she was younger, she wasn't thinking about that. She only wanted to chase famous rappers and athletes, and she cared about partying. In fact, I do remember the story when she abandoned her son Nico, her oldest son. She was actually arrested for child endangerment.
What?
And she left him alone for several nights. He only had frozen food to eat and the house was dirty. Meanwhile, She was too busy partying and getting her back blown out by Chris Brown.
Ooh.
So her priorities were all messed up and she was living a fast life. But she did try to slow down a little bit, and she was in a relationship with the NFL player Orlando Sanchez.
So she got ran through by a lot of rappers and R&B singers. And I didn't even know she was a bad mom to her son. Ooh, I could never do what she doing. Like, We all make mistakes. Like, nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? But my God, come on. At some point, you got to have some common sense. Like, you gonna leave your son at home with frozen dinners while you out eating good with rappers, and these rappers and R&B singers is blowing your back out? Like, come on, sis. Come on.
And she had a son with him named Drew. And Orlando actually proposed to her. It was reported that he proposed to her with a $400,000 engagement ring. But their relationship was toxic. Orlando claimed that Draya was very aggressive. She pepper sprayed him, threw candles at him, and even threatened to bleach his eyes. And he had to get a restraining order against her. And it was rumored that he cheated on her. And there was just a lot going on. The relationship was very up and down. And Draya then moved on and started dating another NFL player named Tyrod Taylor. When that didn't work out, she linked up with Diddy, of all people. Allegedly.
No.
But as
Not
time
that
went on, it
monster.
started to become harder and harder for Draya to find somebody who could take her seriously. Most successful men her age wouldn't take her seriously at all because of her track record. So Draya's last resort was to get with a 22-year-old basketball player named Jalen Green. Jalen has money. He's still young in his career, so he will be playing basketball for a while. So Draya saw him as a lick, and she's like, shoot, let me trap him. And that's exactly what she did. She trapped him with a baby. And he will have to pay child support for the next 18 years. So this was Draya's last resort. And it's pathetic. It was very pathetic of her to go this route and pick up a man who's much younger than her. And I know Jalen is of age, but still, he's half Draya's age. And also, he's the same age as her son. Not to mention, he's the ex-boyfriend of Bria Hicks. And Bria used to be cool with Draya. In fact, T-Snipers pointed out that Draya watched Bria grow up. They said in their comments, I can't get over how Draya Michele was all in Bria Hicks' house and watched her grow up only to start dating that young girl ex-boyfriend Jalen Green.
I know
Shake
it
my
wasn't
head. Draya watched Bria grow
I know
up.
it wasn't painted.
They said in their comments, I can't get over how Draya Michele was all in Bria Hicks' house and watched her grow up only.
Hold on. Is that a manicure? Or is that chip painted? Wait a minute, hold on, Draya. You had a baby with a man that has manicured or chip paint nails? Draya, you are too beautiful for this. Why? Oh my God. And it just goes and show all this light skin mixed shit. I was just watching a Smash and Pass yesterday by Megan McQueen, also followed by a 20 versus 1 of him, Megan McQueen. And shout out to Megan McQueen. He is so fucking hilarious. That man is, my God, he is funny as fuck. But anyway, I was watching that, and obviously black men have this favorism towards lighter skinned women. We all know this. Or mixed men that look more black, like lighter skinned women or whatever. We know this, right? And it's so crazy how these light skinned women get with these men that favor them, but they still get treated the same way how the way a dark skinned woman would get treated. And I don't mean to bring colorism into it, but it's just so hilarious to me how not all black men, not all mixed men that look black. I'm not talking about all of y'all. I'm just saying it's so intriguing to me how she has light skin privilege, pretty girl privilege, but she couldn't get a man to stay with her to save her life. So it just go and show that all this light skin, dark skin shit, it really don't matter. Like, it didn't matter how light she was, how beautiful she was. She's looking washed up as far as with her status, not her physical appearance. Obviously, physical appearance, she looks good, but as far as with her as a person, she's looking washed up to a lot of these industry men. And now she's with this younger dude and manipulating him, in my opinion. Now she's trapping him with a baby so she can collect child support money. I mean, at this point, it's looking like Draya might possibly die alone. This is just crazy and disgusting. But it just go and show that all that light skin shit, that shit don't mean nothing. Lighter skinned women might be put on a pedestal within the minority communities, but you still getting the same black man or the same mixed man that look black. I'm just saying. Sorry, not sorry. Somebody gotta be real enough to say it.
To start dating that young girl ex-boyfriend Jalen Green. Shake my head, Draya is dead wrong. She should be dating someone her own age, let alone this girl work for you. You knew her mother and was all under her pics. Hashtag dirty work. Hashtag now Bria Hicks, you should date Draya's son. I mean, this is so embarrassing. So embarrassing. I think Draya got pregnant out of desperation because she realized that if she wanted to be financially secure for the rest of her life, she had to go for somebody younger and dumber. And Jalen is definitely that. Young and dumb. And also he's cute and rich too. So he's an easy prey for women like Draya. Damn. And in his mind, he probably thinks it's a flex that Draya Michele is having his baby, but he doesn't realize that he's being used. And make no mistake about it, he is grown enough to know better, but I do feel a little sorry for him because he's just too naive to understand the type of woman Draya is. Yeah, women like Draya use men for a come up. This is what they do. They scout athletes, they scout rappers and singers, and they try to attach themselves to any guy who has some type of status, some money, and find out how to use them. And see, Draya knows that her options aren't the same. She can't pull these type of tricks on a successful man in her age bracket. So she had to go younger. This was her only option. And
just real fast, as far as with what Impressive is saying, she's making great valid points, because if we really think about it, older guys tend to always big up younger women. Like, oh, she younger, you older. But let's just keep it a buck. Older guys are not downing older women for the simple fact that they're old just like them. No, they're downing older women because older women have way more experience to not go for their bullshit versus a more younger woman. I see this all the time as I'm becoming an older woman. I'm 32 going on 33 this year. And I'm telling y'all, before I got back with my child's father, when I was dating, a lot of guys my age or older, they don't like dating women like myself that's close to their age bracket because I could see through their bullshit. Versus with a younger woman who hasn't really experienced life like that yet, she's a fresh chicken. She's finally let outside of her parents' household that was strict, and she's, searching in the world to find out who she is. Older men love women like that. they can't stand women like me that's their age because they can't get over on me with their bullshit because I've been there and done that. I already been heartbroken, already been used, already been manipulated, unfortunately. But when you survive those things and you're still living to talk about it, it makes you stronger and smarter. S and S. And it's the same thing, you know, in reverse when it comes to younger men and older women. Older women prey on younger men because they're fresh chickens. They're coming out that strict household. They're trying to live it up, you know, explore who they are as a man, as a younger man. And older women like Draya, you know, because she looks young, she preys on younger dudes. And like I said, if my son ever brought home a woman like this, both of them getting smacked. Not just her, but my son too. Because it's like, nigga, what the fuck did I do for you to bring home an old ass bitch that look like she your age? I don't give a fuck how young and beautiful she is. Nigga, she old. You need to find somebody your age. The fuck? But yeah, anyway.
She's not the only one who's doing this. Brittany Renner did it too. She trapped the NBA player PJ Washington with a baby, and Brittany was 6 years older than him, which is not really a big deal when you compare it to the age difference between Draya and Jalen.
And he looked older than her.
She was 26 and he was 20,
wow.
But he was still younger and he was still usable. And Brittany was on the hunt to take advantage of a young, naive baller. She claimed she wasn't with him for money, but she knew PJ had a bright future ahead of him and he was going to go to the NBA.
Like
so she trapped him.
The worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, I mean, you could just an athlete. They're really dumb.
Also, Joy Chavez is another one who I feel is like Draya. She was trying to find a come up too. She was linking with the rappers and the ballers. She has babies.
Wait, who
really dumb.
Also, Joy Chavez is another one who I feel is like Draya. She was trying to find a come up too. She was linking with the rappers and the ballers. She has babies with Bow Wow and Future. She was even dating Diddy at one point. And now she's dating the NFL player Trayvon Diggs, who is 10 years younger than her. Joy is 34 and Trayvon is 24. And he's definitely spoiling her. He's splurging and buying her expensive gifts like a Rolls Royce. So she's getting what she wants out of the relationship, and that is money, financial security. And she had to go for somebody younger because she too was out of options. She's dated enough rappers, and she had to lay on her back for Diddy to throw money her way. And who knows what she had to do to get that bag. And at one point she thought she was going to hit the jackpot with her daughter, but her daughter didn't want to be in the spotlight, and Joy was upset about that because her daughter was going to be her cash cow. She was going to give her the lifestyle that she wanted without having to compromise herself for the likes of Diddy. And she complained about her daughter not wanting to create content and work.
I don't know. She just does not like being recorded. She's just like, Mom, stop. Mom, stop. Every time I have to like sneak into it. And even when I sneak into it, she gets so mad. She's just like, no, I look crazy. Like, no, I look my hair needs to be done. And then when her hair is done, she's like, Mom, stop. I'm like, what's the problem? She's like, I just don't want to be recorded. Like, I don't want to do that. And I don't want to act either. And I was like, okay, like, we're not even talking about acting. I don't want to do it. And I feel like you and my dad are trying to pressure me into like acting and all this stuff. And I don't want to do it. Like, I just want to be a kid. I just want to go to school. And like, I just want to like, you know.
And shout out to her daughter for having more common sense than her goddamn mama. Everybody is not interested in being a star. Just because you was interested in that doesn't mean that your daughter wants to be a pass around like her mama either. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to her daughter who is normalizing being normal. It's okay to be normal. Just because you're beautiful, you're eventually one day going to get out here on your own and be on your own little adventure, doesn't mean that you want to take the same route that your mom did with all the industry stuff. More than likely, she probably just want to be a kid because she's seeing you as her mom be on some industry stuff. And deep down inside, she's feeling ashamed of it and doesn't really know how to tell you yet. But she's going to end up telling you when she get older. Let's just keep it a buck. I mean, yeah, she love you. You're her mom. But come on, like, she don't want to be a thought like her mama. Just saying.
Be a kid and play sports and have friends and like that. I just want to be a kid.
She just want to be normal.
Baby girl, in my head, I'm like, girl, You're 12, you're so talented and so beautiful, and you could really be out here getting to the bag at 12. But okay, I get it. I'm not gonna pressure her, so I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna pressure you. That's not what you want to do, and you don't have to do it. But you guys, I don't know, try to like comment or something, knock some sense into.
And the fact that she's trying to, like Impressive said, use her daughter as a cash cow. You're 12, you can get to the bag. Bitch, she's 12. She's probably wanting to play hopscotch or video games or play double dutch. I mean, shit, well, they used to do that when I was growing up. Nowadays, everything is iPads, the Mac laptops, and iPhones. You know what I'm saying? Everything is technology nowadays. So that's what they did while growing up. But that's probably the type of time that your daughter want to be on. She just want to be a kid, man.
Even the last TikTok we did like the TikTok that was like, let me see you do it right, do it left, do it right.
I can tell by the dance they were doing that. That's my song. I love that song.
But I literally had to beg her. Do you see her face? She looked so annoyed in the whole time. I was like, wait, I hope somebody doesn't realize like she did not want to do this. She's like, I don't want to do that. I'm just like, but you taught me the dance. Like, let's do it. Yeah, I taught it to you for fun, but not for us to like be posting it and stuff. I'm like, shy.
So after Joy realized that she couldn't use her daughter for a financial come up, she decided to find someone else, and she found someone younger and a little bit more naive, similar to how Draya found Jalen. And I'm not trying to shame these women. I know it sounds like I'm shaming them.
Girl,
but I
know
noticed there's a sense of desperation amongst women like Draya. They get older, make bad decisions, mismanage their dating life, have multiple children by different men, and they wake up one day and they realize that they don't have the options they used to have. This is why it's important for young women to date with intention, especially hypergamous women, women who want to date men of a higher status financially. They have to date smart. They have to move like somebody like Sabrina Elba. They have to carry themselves a certain way to attract a man who is of high caliber. Also, they shouldn't be too accessible and shouldn't be seen with every hot rapper or every new athlete on the scene. Lastly, they shouldn't be out here having babies with multiple guys. It will end up affecting their dating options moving forward. But anyway, tell what y'all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this.
That's the end for this reaction, honey. All right, y'all. Well, that's the end of this reaction. This whole entire situation is crazy. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. Show your girl some love. Help your girl get to 4,000 subs. Make sure to leave some suggestions down in the comment section down below. And please give me a big thumbs up, for it helps to push my videos further out into the algorithm. I'm out this joint. Deuces.
We live in the world that's extremely so cruel. Hitting below the belt, man, that's not cool. My feelings is numb to the point where I got a fork and I'm just eating this sauce like it's food. Bitch, when I'm corny and ain't gonna be shit. Bitches is hoping I die when I'm sick. I might as well go to the sex store to buy me a strap on to wear, cause they all on my dick. Worry about me and what I just do. Worry about me and what I just said. The audience look at your life as a boo. A fake ass bitch snake when the real skin have shed.